where we tell their story, but then we just get a little hint of silly, wacky fun, because I think that's what life's about.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
If you Google him, his name is Christina Perry's husband.
Stop it.
God, Paul, how long have we known you? We've known you for 1,000 years.
Yes, exactly. And I've loved you for 1,000 years.
Oh.
Believe it or not.
I see what you did there.
Hey.
I see what you did there. Paul, we never ever said your last name before. Now we do. It's
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Costabile.
Oh, you can still say web guy if you want. You used to call me Paul the Web Guy. But yes, Paul Costabile, the Italian version.
Exactly. So yeah, we used to call him Paul the Web Guy.
I still do.
He was here at iHeart for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And anyway,
please say that 1,000 times. I think that's great.
It is great. And you've known Paul. You've seen him in a million different places. I mean, gosh, where do you start? Anyway, he has a new project called the PopUp Show, and we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But
I do.
Give us the list. I'm going to give you 5 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Beat the clock. 5 web guy Paul shows. Go.
Oh, God, 5 seconds. I was you guys, and iHeartRadio, Paul the Web Guy. Then I did NBC. Then I did Beat the Clock game
sorry.
show.
I feel like I got no information from that.
Animal Planet? Did you do something from Animal Planet?
Now I do something from Animal Planet, and now I'm a clown at bar mitzvahs, which is on the list as well.
I don't know if you saw Paul when he was doing Beat the Clock. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. Game show host would be my, after the Weatherman. That's really what I want to do.
Hell yeah.
Let me tell you, dream job, except it was a kid's show, and I learned very hard the first day that my microphone was on in the studio and in the crowd 24/7. So, you know, Elvis, you know this. I had to make sure. No, I had a great time hosting the show. I love playing games, and I really learned a lot as a host on that job, because you're on all day and you're never really off. And dream format to be hosting and playing games. And honestly, I joke about bar mitzvahs, but I started, and you guys know this world, DJing at bar mitzvahs, and it felt like a glorified bar mitzvah, the way you're kind of traffic hopping kids, making sure they play games. It was a blast.
I love it. I mean, it was 5 seconds on the clock, wasn't it?
Yeah, some games, depending on the game. But it's one of the oldest game shows that ever ran, and it was all just based on timed games. And I really feel like most game shows, that started in the 50s, and then they kind of went on to always have the timed format. They sort of started it. They said, hey, let's put this to a clock and beat it.
I love it. We call it Beat the Toaster.
Yeah.
You have to answer so many before the toast pops up. Danielle, 5 flavors of ice cream. Go.
Vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, pistachio, Rocky Road.
Damn.
What's up now, Paul? What's up?
Your clock is real. I thought you were kidding. That clock is no joke right there.
Nope. 5 soda brands. Gandhi, go.
Oh. Dr. Pepper, Diet Coke, regular Coke, Pepsi, Sprite, Mountain Dew, Sunkist, Fanta.
There's 7. You got 7.
Yeah.
Not bad. All right. So, Paul, do you remember, didn't you used to do that show where you would take a cardboard desk and sit down in Times Square and interview people?
I did.
It was the most brilliant idea ever. Where did that go? That was so fun.
So it's amazing to talk to you guys today about this. I'm so grateful to be on this show, because that show was called Gorilla Late Night, and I did fresh out of college. And I actually came to visit you guys back then and did a whole segment in your studio before I worked at iHeart. So I've been sort of harassing you guys over my hosting career. First, I came in just to say hi and do a segment. Then I started working with you. And now I'm back because I dusted off the cardboard desk, and I decided to take that show from Times Square, which was a pop-up talk show, and take it on the road to meet the small mom and pop shops of America and the small town people of America. So we have the same desk. We're back on the road with it.
Well, let's get to that then.
Nice.
It's the new show. It's called the PopUp Show. I think it just premiered this week. I mean, it's its first week.
Premiering with you. We're premiering today, right now. It's out. It's your debut.
There you
That's
go.
so cool.
It's a YouTube series called the PopUp Show. Tell us, you sort of gave us a broad stroke idea of what it is. What is it, and why did you want to start doing this across America?
Well, you know, Elvis, I've been inspired by people like you and shows like yours where you talk to real people, right? We get to interview celebrities. I've been very fortunate in my hosting career, my comedy career. I've talked to 1 million people, all walks of life, famous, not famous. And I always found that stories with real people, funny people, America, all across the country, you always get some of the best stuff, and you always can find fun and comedy with real people. And I took sort of my favorite types of segments I was doing at NBC and over the years, and just made them longer and more crazy on the road with the crew. And I got a great team of people. I got my buddy Lucius, who played in the gospel band with me in college, to come out with a guitar. He's like an accomplished producer, musician. He's got poor guy's holding a little guitar the whole season as my musical sidekick. And we go meet real people doing mom and pop shops, small businesses, and also the cultures and their lifestyles in different funny small towns across America. And it's one thing to promote them and try and get them on the map, but we also get a little wild with everybody. And that was something I really wanted to do, where we tell their story, but then we just get a little hint of silly, wacky fun, because I think that's what life's about. I think that's what shows should be about. And I kind of got a little tired of the types of like kiss up style interview format. I wanted to just meet people where they were and have fun with them. And that's exactly what we did. We went to 6 states across America with the cardboard desk. It fell over in New Hampshire because a truck drove by. I mean, it truly is a lo-fi pop-up talk show that really lets you meet people. And the biggest part of it was the small business aspect, which is Small Business Week this week. I really want to promote these small businesses and keep them on the map and keep them alive for my daughter's generation. You know, we want to see these shops continue. And that started with me in the New York area. There's so many great businesses around New York. And let me tell you something, the old country store in New Hampshire, the oldest country store in America, it's got to stay open. Steve and Cecile up there got to stay open. So this show puts them on the map, hopefully.
Did you go skydiving not with the desk though?
No, the skydive was the first ever free fall interview where I interviewed with a microphone while I was falling.
Oh my God.
And Judy, my guest on that episode, the second woman with Down syndrome in history to jump out of a plane with us. And we surprised her on her birthday.
Wow.
So she had no idea. And within minutes, she was in a plane going up. And I love that story because I love people with Down syndrome. And her whole story was, you know, I'm unfazed. I'm living my life. Let's go. Like she was not scared for a second. She had the best day ever. It's a great reminder for me, like, go live your life and have fun. And we landed on the desk. I literally landed on the desk and interviewed her within 30 seconds. So, and let me tell you, you know what it's like to do big interviews. That was maybe the scariest interview I've ever had. I had to land.
I would never.
Chip that microphone.
I would never. Hey, so Paul, so how many shows do you have in the can, as they say?
So we did 6 episodes. They're all live now at pop-upshow.com. Getting the plug in there. Don't ask about the dash. Don't know why I did it. But they're all there. They're all live. They're about 10 minutes a pop. It's a streaming show. It's a bingeable show, family-friendly show. And we go to 6 states. And the goal is to go everywhere. And my hope with this first season was to just put it out and see how we did and go out and meet the rest of the country and meet the small towns. And there's just so much fun to be had. I feel like you can relate, Elvis, to the types of interviews you do with so many funny characters. They're everywhere.
Well, we have found that some of our favorite interviews are with people who aren't like accomplished artists and whatever, even though we love those too. Yeah. But meeting real people. You know, hey, I got a call here for you. This is from Megan in Wisconsin. Hi, Megan. I want you to meet Paul.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Megan.
What's going on, Megan?
I hear that you're really great with conversation. As I was listening in, it sounds really great. I have a first date on Friday, so I was looking for some advice.
Whoa!
Oh,
there's quite a turn. Yeah. So so Paul, you are a world-class conversationalist. First date, where does she go?
Do you go right to kids? No, I'm kidding. Do you what are the details? What are the details? How did the person find you?
Okay, so we matched on Tinder just about 2 days ago, and we've kept the talk small so that we're going to grab a drink at a local Mexican spot, so that way we can just real quick have a drink or a bite to eat, and then we have just an hour time slot, so if it works or it doesn't work, we can skip out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little early for kid talk, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, he does. Totally. He's a single dad.
Oh, he's a single
so
dad.
Well,
in his profile.
He's a single dad. Okay, all right.
So maybe you make sure. I mean, by the way, I've been out of the game for years, guys, so I barely can talk to anybody now in this format. But maybe you keep it casual, you keep it friendly, and you do keep it open to the fact that he has a kid, and not that you got to show up with baby toys, but maybe you just show that you're a fun-loving gal who can also hang with that. If
I always bring baby toys. Sense? Baby toys on dates are great.
I actually, I mean, I was talking about babies on maybe my first date with Christina, but that was a different thing. I don't know. But
Gandhi, what's your advice for Megan?
Well, first date, don't drink too many margaritas or whatever it is that you're going to have, because I'd say 1 or 2 will loosen things up. 3 could get weird.
Yeah. I don't think we've given her any satisfactory answers at all.
Is there any question I could ask? Ahead of time that he could kind of ponder about and then answer on Friday?
I have one.
Okay, and Paul has one after you.
Okay,
Go.
a great question to ask people is tell me something not necessarily great about yourself that I wouldn't find out for a long time. Like my boyfriend told me he's a terrible sport. He's a poor sport. He's dead serious.
I'll tell you this, Megan and Paul. Last time we were at a party, Gandhi was running. This is when we were in Lancaster.
Oh, yeah.
She was running around and asking the most embarrassing questions to total strangers.
Yes.
Like what?
Tell me a secret.
Tell me a secret.
Why'd you get fired from a job? All those things. Great conversation.
Okay, Paul, follow up with Megan. What do you have?
This is, as a musician and like loving music, I always ask this question. This might you really might get to know him quickly. What's one song he can listen to for the rest of his life and never get sick of? Because if he says something that makes you sick and you can never hear forever, you know it's not going to work.
And if he says OPP, you got a problem.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's wrong with OPP?
Yeah, it's a great song.
If he says Baby Shark.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Hey, Megan, best of luck on your date. Make sure you text us next week and let us know how it went, okay?
Yes, this was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great date.
Before you leave, Paul, okay, tell us, getting out on the road. Look, what a dream job, by the way, being able to go across America and interview people at a cardboard desk in the middle of a park. Hello.
Yeah.
Look, what are you learning about what connects all of our great towns and great people of our country as you travel across and meet them all?
You know, everyone's hardworking and everyone wants to have a good time. And I think that you find that more and more. And for me, being in our business and going to the big cities, and you know this too, I know you guys go to so many fun places. Everyone wants to do a good job for the most part and also celebrate good business and do good. Like it's an almost old fashioned shake your hand, I shake yours. For example, you just mentioned Lancaster, I think. We were in Amish country. We go to the goat shop. It's the honor system goat shop. Steve and Cecile at the old country store. They didn't really care that we were filming. They're like, what is this? Whatever. What are you guys doing? We don't even understand, but we're having fun with you guys. Arlene, Bub and Pops in DC Sandwich Shop, has a sandwich based on her son who she lost in Afghanistan. Was a veteran. She has a great story. She does stuff for him. She always, making her business better. I just found real people out there, when you show up and kind of want to bring the party to them, they're ready. And they also just want people to come to their business and have a great time and also enjoy their products. And I don't want to forget that. I don't want, no offense to anybody, I don't want a bank to pop up in every, Bub and Pop shop in America. I want to see Arlene survive. I want to see those people. And you could really tell with this show that they want that too, and they really love that we're there having a good time with them.
Wow.
It's about telling a story.
I feel like Paul needs a talk show. He would be so awesome.
Well, he has one. It's called the PopUp Show.
But I mean like a Kelly, you know what I mean, like a Kelly Clarkson type talk show.
That'd be fun.
Paul deserves that, but something tells me Paul thrives in more unique situations and more challenging situations. But
I like throwing a curveball at people. Yes, I like throwing the desk at people for sure.
It's good. Thank God it's cardboard. Yeah. All right, Paul. Again, it's the new YouTube series, the PopUp Show. Is it just Pop-Up Show? Is that it?
pop-upshow.com. All 6 episodes are there now. I can't thank you guys enough for having me on. I love you all. It's so great to see your faces and be back on here. And I really appreciate being here.
Paul, you're the best. And I hope to see you live in New York soon.
I'm coming to hug you, man.
Come hug me.
Yay.
All right, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, guys.
And by the way,
if
you can't remember all this stuff because you're driving, we'll put it up on our socials so you can find it there later today. Thanks, Paul. Have a good day, man.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.